Hey everybody, and welcome to another weapons demonstration. This time we'll be using energy weapons. That will be the laser rapier, laser pistol, and EMP rifle. So yeah, let's get things underway, shall we? Now then, the first weapon of choice for the demonstrations will be the laser rapier. Let's have a short read about it, shall we? A brutally effective melee weapon, the laser rapier requires an agility of 3 and an energy weapon skill of 4 in order to use. Far more effective than the prototype model first developed on Citadel Station in 2072, the Mark IV laser rapier is a much more reliable piece of technology. The unit works by projecting a porous field of reflective material in a shaft-shaped region around the base of the rapier. When the material is bent, as when the rapier strikes a target, the intense refracted light inside is released locally, causing intense burns to the target. That's right, just like the one of the hacker used on Citadel Station. We're the only ones who got him in town. Only 40 nanites. Street vendor selling laser rapier replicas in New Detroit. Now then, here's a little demonstration of when the laser rapier is at its strongest. Put quite simply, it makes short work of robots. However, against an organic enemy, yeah, not so much. It can still kill them, fortunately, but it takes quite a while. And if you don't know how to dodge that well, yeah, this rubber will do you in pretty badly. This will take a while. Almost there. One more should do it. There we go. And just for good measure. Next up is one of the most reliable weapons in the game, the laser pistol. Now then, the laser pistol requires an energy weapon skill of 1. The first modification to this weapon increases the energy capacity, while the second reduces the energy consumption. Both modifications increase the damage. The deadlier cousin of the spark pistol, the Apollo H-4 laser pistol relies on refracted light instead of electricity to damage its target. While it has a fairly large battery, the weapon must be replenished at a recharge station. The overcharge setting can be used to get out of a tight spot, but puts an inordinate strain on the unit's energy supply. Alright, let's see it in action. Just a normal demonstration of the primary fire. This is capable of rapid fire, however, it does obviously take longer. But each shot doesn't take that much energy. I believe it takes about 2 energy each shot. Now let's see that overcharge setting. This clearly has much more power than the primary fire, but it takes quite a while for each shot to charge, and it takes a lot more power out of it, about 20 energy. However, this is very convenient for taking care of several robots at a time, so use it if you are obviously in a tight spot. So yeah. And this is just a little example of when not to use it. Sure enough, it took it down quickly, but against bigger enemies like the Rumbler, yeah, you saw what happened earlier. Keep that in mind. And now, a quick demonstration of the difference between unmodified and modified. Not bad, 15 shots. Now let's modify it and see a difference. 3-shot difference. I guess the little things count. Well, that was fast. Last weapon for today, the EMP Rifle. The EMP Rifle requires an energy weapon skill of 6. The first modification to this weapon increases its energy capacity, while the second increases the speed of a shot and reduces energy consumption. Additionally, both modifications increase the weapon's damage. When the first atomic weapons were tested in the middle of the 20th century, it was noted that not only did the weapons themselves do catastrophic damage, the electromagnetic pulse they released consistent with the blast effectively neutralized most electronic devices for miles. Once this pulse was isolated, one could cultivate its benefits without the unpleasantness inherent in a nuclear fireball. Dr. Edward Chung, Chief Technological Officer, Trioptimum Research. Alright. And this will be a normal demonstration, pretty much where it's only useful. The EMP Rifle is a very specialized weapon in that it does pretty damn good against any robotic foe. That fusion bot never stood a chance. And this one will stand even less of a chance against the overcharge setting. It's a little slower, but took that thing down in just a couple of seconds. Now, when the EMP Rifle is completely, utterly useless. This is part of the reason why people don't really use the weapon that commonly in the game. This is pretty much why it's only useful for about 40 or 50% of the game, because most enemies are organic. And now, quickly for the last part, unmodified and modified. 5 shots. I wonder if there'll be any difference. 5 shots, but the firing rate is much faster. I guess that's all for today, guys. See you next episode.